dear students. How is your board preparation going? I hope it's going very well. If not, I am here to help you out. Who am I? I am Shronit Rathod. Which subject do I teach? We are dealing with mathematics. Come on, you cannot forget your favorite subject, right? Where am I from? I am from 10th Educare, where we are constantly working to bring something for you, something that helps you click more, something that helps you to do more and score more at the end of the day. So today we are learning your most favorite topic, that is quadratic equations. But this video, dear students, is the second video, part 2 video. Have you checked the part 1 video? If not, you need to check it out. We need to use those concepts over here, right? So here comes our part 2, which is purely on assertion and reasoning and case-based questions. Are you scared of assertion and reasoning? That is why we are dealing with this, so that you feel confident when you attempt your assertion, reasoning and case-based question. Let's see the first question that we have over here. If 3 plus root 2 is a root of a quadratic equation with rational coefficients, then its other root is 3 minus root 2. This is the assertion, the statement that if one quadratic equation will have a root as 3 plus root 2, should the other be 3 minus root 2 if we need rational coefficients. Irrational roots of a quadratic equation with rational coefficients occur in conjugate pairs. You understand the word conjugate, right? If the first pair is a plus b, the second has to be a minus b. Irrational roots of a quadratic equation. So these are the irrational roots of a quadratic equation with rational coefficients. So we can definitely see my a and r are strongly related. Forget everything else. The way they have created the sentences, my A and R are strongly related. I just have to check whether they are true or not. Because when we look at the 4 options that we have, the first option is both are true and the reason is correct explanation of the assertion. The second option is if the assertion and reason are true but the reason is not the correct explanation. So this cannot be there. Now we just have to check whether it is option A, or the assertion is true but the reason is false, or the assertion is false but the reason is true. We are left with only these 3 as the options. Let's see the question again. 3 plus root 2 is a root of a quadratic equation. So any random quadratic equation should have rational coefficients. Here the coefficients are A and B. To get a rational coefficient, that means if I have minus b by a, what is minus b by a? Sum of the roots. So alpha plus beta. So if alpha plus beta is there and this is a proper rational value with no under root 2 or under root 3 in them. So that means what? These two, either alpha and beta, both are rational, or alpha and beta both are irrational. If both are rational, that is not the case because they have said one root is irrational. So both has to be irrational. Only then irrational plus irrational can produce a rational. But for that there is one more condition. If both of them are irrational, so that means what? If the first value is root 2, the other one has to be minus root 2, only then we can get a 0. If we have root 2 and the other one has minus root 3, again this is an irrational output. So to create a rational output, we need to have the conjugate pairs. Without the conjugate pairs, we cannot get rational coefficients. So for the rational coefficients, we always need to have conjugate pairs or directly rational values. So A is correct, B is the correct explanation. Your reason is the correct explanation. So which option is it? It is option A. Let's see the next assertion and reasoning based question. What do we have in the assertion over here? The equation x square minus 4x plus 4 equals to 0 has equal roots. X square minus 4x plus 4 equals to 0 has equal roots. When do we have equal roots? B square minus 4ac is 0. Okay, so we are at some point. Good. A quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, where a is not equal to 0, has equal roots if b square minus 4ac equals to 0. So this is entirely true. And they both are again related like the previous question. They both are related and this is entirely true. Without that, we cannot get equal roots. So now, all we have to check is whether my A is true or not. Because as per the first one, both are true. So we know the second one is definitely true. So either my option can be A or my option can be D. Because the reason is not false. Both are true but not the correct. Even this cannot happen because both are speaking of the same content and the same concept. So even this cannot happen. So it is only option A or D. 50-50 ho gaya KBC ka. Let's see it further. B square minus 4AC 0 hota hai kya? Let's check from here. Minus 4 square minus 4 into 1 into 4. 16 minus 16 is 0. Absolutely. So which option is it? Is it option D? No, it is option A. So here is our answer, A. Easy, right? Very easy. Assertion and reasoning are always easy. You just need to be a bit more practical to it. Let's see the third one now. The roots of 3x square minus 10x minus 8 equals to 0 are minus 2 and 4 by 3. Reason roots of the quadratic equation are given by. So we know that, is this the correct formula? Minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Yes, it is the correct formula. So our reason is entirely true. So reason is true. It can be this, or it can be this, or it can be this. This is not the case. Now let's check, is our assertion true or false? Let's try to understand whether our assertion is true or false. How to check whether it is true or false? They have said roots of this equation is this. Let's try to substitute this into this and check, are we getting 0? If we get, then both are true. If we don't, then only reason is true. So let's try it out. 3x square minus 10x minus 8 is 0, where x is minus 2. So 3 minus 2 square minus 10 minus 2 minus 8 is 0. Minus 2 ka square is 4. 4 3s are 12. 10 into this will give you plus 20. Minus 8 is 0. So 12 minus 8. 12 minus 8 is 4. 20 minus 4 is 0. Is this true? No, this is false. So A is false, B is true. Which option is it? It is option D. Quite easy, right? Now let's change the tangent to the different type of question. Those are your case-based question. Let's understand the case-based question over here. What have they given? Shronit and Deepak are best friends. Okay, noted. Both families plan a trip to Manali using their own vehicles. Okay, I'm bringing my car. Deepak sir is bringing his own car. Shronit's car travels at a speed of y km per hour, while Deepak's car travels 6 km per hour faster. So if I'm moving at y, Deepak sir will be moving at 6 km per hour faster. That means y plus 6 than Shronit's car. Shronit took 2 hours more than Deepak to complete a journey of 360 kilometers. So I required 2 hours more. He completed 2 hours prior. What distance will Deepak's car cover in 2 hours? Okay, so how much will his car travel in 2 hours? Let's understand. We are supposed to calculate the distance his car will be traveling. Speed. They have commented something on the speed. Deepak's speed was y plus 6 km per hour. Achha, how much time have they said? What distance will Deepak's car cover in 2 hours? So the time they have said is 2 hours. Let's see the distance now. So distance equals speed into time. Speed is y plus 6 and time is 2. So distance will become 2 into y plus 6 kilometer. So as per the question asked, the first answer will be 2 into y plus 6 kilometer. That is the distance. Let's see the next question asked on the same. The case is still the same. They have asked, which quadratic equation represents the speed of Shronit's car? What equation will represent my car's speed? I need to calculate the equation. That is what they have asked. Which quadratic equation represents the speed of Shronit's car? So let me have two different cases over here. One is my car. One is Deepak sir's car. Let's see. We both are traveling the same journey of 360 km per hour. So the distance is 360 for me, 360 for him. The speed, my speed has been given as y km per hour. His speed has been given as y plus 6 km per hour. Okay. Time. If I have distance and I have speed, can I calculate time? How do we calculate time? Time is distance upon speed. So time taken by me is 360 by y. Time taken by him is 360 by y plus 6. But between the two of us, I took 2 hours more than Deepak. So whatever hours I took, Deepak took 2 hours lesser than me. So how do we frame this? I know I took a longer time than Deepak. So my time minus Deepak's time is going to be 2. Now let's create a simplified equation from this. This is very complex, right? So let's see. I'm taking 360 common. So I have 1 by y minus 1 by y plus 6 equals to 2. Cross multiply over here and 360 goes over here. Y plus 6 minus y into y plus 6 will become 2 by 360. Y gets cancelled. 6 by y square plus 6y will become 1 by 180. Again another cross multiplication. So 6 zeros are 0, 6 8s are 48 and 1080 y square plus 6y. So final equation is y square plus 6y minus 1080 is 0. This is the equation for the speed of Schrodinger's car. They wanted only the quadratic equation. Here is the quadratic equation. Now let's see what have they asked further to it. What is the speed of Schrodinger's car? Now I am supposed to solve and get the value of y, because y is what? Speed of Schrodinger's car. So let's understand the speed at which Schrodinger's car is moving. So let's see what do we have over here. The equation is y squared plus 6y minus 1080 is 0. Let's take the prime factorization. Let's go by factorization method. 1080. So I can start with, let's say, 3. 3s are, 6 are, and 0. 3, 120, 3, 40, 2, 20, 2, 10, 2, 5, 5, 1. So I have my prime factorization ready over here. Now check. I want to create a positive 6, but I have a product of negative. So one value is positive, one value is negative. Let's figure those values out. So here I can see that 3 2s are 6, 3 2s are 6, 6 6 are 36. 2 3s are 6 into 5 is 30. So y square plus 36y minus 30y is minus 1080. Y common. Y plus 36 minus 30 common. Y plus 36 is 0. Y plus 36, y minus 30 is 0. So y plus 36 is 0. Y minus 30 is 0. Y is minus 36. Y is 30. What will be the speed? Can the speed be minus 36? No, it's a speed. So speed is going to be y equals to 30. So speed of Schrodinger's car, is 30 kilometer per hour. Students often forget to put the units. Make sure you do not do that. You will lose your half mark unnecessarily. So we have the speed of Schrodinger's car, which is 30 kilometer per hour. Let's take it to the next question. Now what have they asked over here? So here they have said, okay, how much time Deepak take to travel 360 km per hour? What was Deepak's speed? Deepak's speed was y plus 6 km per hour. Okay, y plus 6 km. So y ka value we got as 30. 30 plus 6, that is 36 km per hour. Now the distance is 360 km per hour. Speed is 36 km per hour. Time. What is the formula? Distance by speed, 360 by 36. 1s are, 10s are. So time taken by Deepak sir will become 10 hours. Simple. Let's see the last question on the same. What do we have over there? What is the total time taken by both Shronit and Deepak to complete the journey of 360 km? We already have time taken by Deepak. Let's figure out time taken by Shronit. So Shronit's time will again be distance upon speed. The distance we both covered was 360. Speed that we have is 30. That is 12. So Shronit's time is 12 hours. My car took 12 hours. Deepak car took 10 hours. Does that mean the total time we took is 22 hours? My dear student, this is where we make the mistake. They have said in the entire case that both families plan a trip to Manali using their own vehicles. If we both are in Manali to roam around or have the vacation together, that means our plan is always going to be scheduled. It cannot work in a way that I start my journey today and Deepak sir will do his journey tomorrow and the total will be 22 hours. We both started from the same point and were moving towards the same point. So how much hours did we spend in the travel? We spent together 12 hours. Because I took 12 hours, so unless and until I would reach to point B, Deepak sir cannot move ahead. So that was the reason the twisted sum came in. So if the total time taken by both of us is hours, that doesn't mean you have to add them. Be practical. It will be only 12 hours because in my 12 hours, Deepak sir's 10 hours are already covered. Last one was a twist, right? That was the googly. These are the googly questions that you have to always take care of. These questions will make sure that you lose your marks, but we have to be smart to not give them our marks. So this was the total assertion and case-based questions that we collected and created for you. Now, as you already know, we will be giving you some questions so that you can challenge yourself. You can challenge your friends as well to see how well you are prepared and they are prepared. Please make sure you take a screenshot. I hope the entire content was easy to understand and you guys made the correct points and could solve the sums with me. I hope you guys are having fun. All the best. See you all soon.